What's up, man? It's your boy Moondog 3732. Hey, man. So as you can see, I'm talking about this Harrison Buckner and his speech, right, at Benedictine College. And when I went to Twitter and I went to TikTok, I saw a lot of people posting on the video, right? So I didn't click on it because I like seeing it for myself and interpreting for myself. So I go to Benedictine College, and I check it out. Now look, it's like a 20-minute and 36-second speech. A lot of people are lying on Harrison Buckner, man, and what he actually said in his speech. People are actually, it looks like they're intentionally misspeaking on what he actually said to get clicks, likes, and views and things like that. So he started out his speech by saying that having bad leaders negatively impact our society, which it does, especially if they're bad leaders, corrupt leaders, or weak leaders, right? He also talked about the bad policies and poor leadership have never negatively impacted major issues like abortion, and a lot. And he also said that having degenerate values like what we see a lot of times in media and social media and things like that, it actually also negatively impacted our society. Okay, so I'm still trying to see the controversy, right? Next, he called our current administration and Biden a hypocrite because Biden is professed to be a Catholic, but his actions say something different than what he actually supposed to believe in. So that's probably one of the reasons why he got in no hot water. Um, and he's talking about speaking and acting in charity, but at the same time, don't take charity as being a coward. You know how they're saying that, you know, don't take my kindness for weakness. That's what he was basically saying. So he's still saying he's a person of his word. He does what he does, and he also thank God for the position that he's currently found himself in. I still don't see the controversy there. All right. He called out the church for not speaking up on issues. I don't see the controversy there because there's a lot of people out here, a lot of people in church getting money, but they're not actually talking about anything to hurt anybody's feelings, or they got this speeches and talking about policies and things in the church, and they talk about stuff to uplift people a lot of times. They never talk anything down to make people actually think or consider what they're actually doing. All right. He's saying that people are afraid to speak the truth, which they are. He previously said that he spoke on how DEI is being allowed to control narratives, which we were just talking about how the truth. You say certain things, you got certain mobs of people that they're going to come out against you and try to get you fired or blacklisted or anything, so that you just because you don't agree with their narratives, right? Next, he said that bishops and priests are misleading their flocks. Priests are ordained to serve, not be worshipped. We know a lot of these preachers. We see them that they get off, so to speak, on the worship that their flocks or parishioners or whatever give them, right? We see it all the time, regardless of whatever faith. We see how the preacher put themselves up here and they want to stay on top. It's a power grab a lot of times. All right. He also talked about how churches using people to fix their problems. Uh, in my community, we got the building fund. How a lot of times people are what our church leaders, they always call upon the people to help them, but they'll tell the people to call on God, which is kind of hypocritical, right? Um, Next, he's talking about acting. People are acting in fear and not speaking on the teachings of the church. He's still talking about the church and the bishops and their leaders and things like that. They don't want to say something that's going to get somebody upset. Instead of them teaching them what the book says and what their word says, they're out here trying to console feelings, allegedly. He's talking about being a better father by being in the world, but not being of the world. So he's talking about now he's going into how being a man actually helps his situation, his family. So I still don't see the controversy. What we talking about, right? Um, he's talking about traditional Catholic values of the school, Benedictine College, and how it has helped grow the school. Still looking for the controversy, right? Um, talking about the legacy of the students, that they're in a time now where they can build a legacy. Then he went into that. He said that our women have been lied to. That being a lot of times, I'm gonna add something onto that about being a lot of times being in a career is much more important than being a mother and a homemaker. So what he did, he talked about how his wife, one of the best things that she's ever done for their family is to become a homemaker and actually be like the first teacher of their kids. And he actually gave his wife props. He said that, man, I couldn't have done the things that I was able to do without my wife. I'm looking for the controversy, right? But maybe he said because some of the women are looking forward to, being a wife as opposed to having a career and having kids. Was that the controversy? I'm not. I don't know. But remember, he did say that a lot of our women are being lied to and led astray. All right. Next, he said that this generation is seeing a lot of stuff around them that's not normal. But what happened is the world that they're in is trying to normalize these things and put it in their face, so to speak, enough times that they're starting to think that it's normal. Anybody that knows anything about the Bible, they know that some of these things have been spoken of. Depends on what faith you believe in, right, and what book you're actually reading. He's talking about the Catholic values and dealing with birth control. That like you're a true Catholic, you don't believe in birth control and stuff like that. Hey, I'm not a Catholic, so hey, if that's what it says, and you're supposed to be pro this or pro life or whatever, I see his point. Then he's talking about the men. He said men are being taken out of the households, which I've seen it in my own community, right? And he's talking about how men are not supposedly necessary to be in the lives of their families. There's a lot of men absent in these homes. And when you're seeing these men absent in these homes, you can see an uptick in violence around the places where there are no men in the homes. And when you look at our country and not having men in the home, it shows you how much more violent our country is as opposed to other places where there are men in the homes. I'm just saying. Well, he just saying. And he was talking about men, be masculine. Don't let the world or anybody's narrative make you or try to emasculate you and make you feminine, have feminine qualities. Like that. He said, be a man and stand on it. And then he also said, glorify God with what you do. Out of 20 minutes and 36 seconds, I even took notes, man. So where is the controversy? How are people misconstruing what he said? They probably misconstruing it because he misconstruing it because he stepped on some of their toes. They say hit dog holler, but what would Hitman do? That's all I'm saying. So man, y'all chime in, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Holler, man. I'm out.